to all my friends out there. Hello. So, I'm just kind of here to talk about some geopolitical realities that we have as Americans and that is just going on in the world right now. Maybe help bring some clarity to things. Not here to say how my country's acting is good or bad. That's up to you guys. By all means, comment below. I'm not here to take a side. I'm just here to explain how I see the reality. And this is really for my European friends too, because I think it's a reality that you guys are missing. And I'm here to, talk about that and why I think you guys might be missing it. So please comment below, give me your perspective. This is for all of Americans. It's pretty simple. One thing I'm going to really touch on today is the European-based rules order. Because what I believe we have going on, you have a lot of these worldwide institutions who, the UN, Nobel Peace Prize, a lot of these, good intent organizations that are European-based. I think that is a result of 500 years of Europe kind of just running the world, empiring, so to say. I mean, you had the biggest empire ever in humanity, the British Empire, where the sun never set. The Spanish Empire, they colonized most of the Americas. So that's why Spanish is the most spoken language on this hemisphere, not in the United States or Canada. So to kind of bring that into perspective, Europe kind of ran things for 500 years and it came to a head in World War I. The European nations that were squeezed out of the empiring kind of banded together to try to get their piece of the pie. And it cascaded into World War II. And at the end result of World War II, you had the Soviet Union and the United States as two world powers. Then the Soviet Union fell in '91. And what we have here is a world that's tried to live under these European-based rule orders that Europe has tried to impose on the world. And it worked when they had the United States as their teeth. We were the enforcer, the world police. It's internally spoken amongst Americans that we shouldn't be the world police. We need to stop doing this. Me personally, bringing American values to people who don't have them, I don't disagree with, but that's me. Comment below what you think. I'm not here to agree or disagree with you. Everybody is entitled to an opinion. So what we have seen, especially the last 10 years, is major world powers utterly ignore these rules. And these aren't just little countries with no nukes where the United States can come in. These are countries with nukes. The United States can't just enforce it. Taking oil tankers and topping Venezuela, this president, is about the best that we can do to fight this near-peer rivalry that's brewing. And China's also done things economically to the United States that I've mentioned before in other videos, like trying to control the free speech of American. And I've said that that is very offensive to Americans. You do not control our speech. It is a very unrestricted freedom that we have in a lot of senses. We do have some, but not many. So we've already started cutting our economic ties with China. We're creating our economic and cultural bubble here to let freedom kind of ring in our own way. And China has been ignoring these rules for a long time. Ask yourself, where's Tibet? Ignored. Russia, the moment they send special forces troops into Crimea under Obama, ignored. And there's no way to enforce these. So the geopolitical glass, as I've said earlier, is shattered, guys. We as a country have no choice but to reposition ourselves strategically. And we're getting a lot of flack from our European partners because traditionally we backed them in their world order. But we're not anymore. We are acting accordingly. to the realities that are going on around us in Europe, you guys really need to recognize the political reality. This is how you turn yourselves around. Because the thing about, that's really different between the United States and Europe is you guys are not a United States. You guys speak many different languages, different cultures, but you guys have to come together in order to be strong. Because individually, you guys are not strong. Like, I'm sorry. Even your strongest are not strong compared to the world adversaries you guys face. I mean, they're good. They can probably definitely hold their own, as Ukraine has proven. You definitely can, but Russia can just grind it. They have the meat to throw to the grinder. Think about that. They're willing to. They've proven this time and time again. So please recognize it, because China's that same type of mentality. They will throw meat to the grinder. North Korea, throw meat to the grinder, guys. Like, bodies do not matter to our adversaries here. And these proxy wars that are coming are going to be different, because they're going to be asymmetrical. They are going to be economical. It is not going to be kinetic in the sense that, you see going on in Ukraine and Russia, because nuclear powers probably are not going to go to war with each other on that scale. If they do, I'll be shocked. It might happen. But we are going to proxy it out. Like, there's going to be kinetic proxy wars. But the main form is going to be economic. And who controls the resources that controls the world economy is going to be a very big deciding factor in this future. That's why you have Trump getting all hyped up about Greenland and keeping China out of there. I mean, just ignore what they're saying in the news. Watch what they do. The United States is going to get their way because we have economic muscle, just like China got their way about when the British mandate in Hong Kong ended, and silencing the West on speaking up for them by silencing the companies of the West. Americans still spoke up, but the companies, strong-armed. They could not help vocalize Americans. Media companies included, guys. So, look, I'm not here to scare no one. I'm not here to hurt no one. I'm just here to let me know what you think our political, reality is on the geopolitical sense. I'm not here for internal politics in America. That is somebody else's game. But let me know. Thank you. I let this one burn out again. Thank you for joining me for my smoke break. I'm going to relight this shit. Bye.